So Antonio Brown is in the news again, but this time about a fake vaccine card. And, you know, it's quite clever for him to do, but still doesn't make no sense. I mean, because he ended up getting the vaccine right after presenting the card, which defeats the whole purpose of getting the fake vaccine card, right? But anyway, here's what I think. I think Antonio Brown is a lunatic. He has a history of not paying people, which I definitely don't like, because if people are going to do a job for you, right, you're going to, and if I'm doing a job for somebody, I'm going to expect for them to pay me what I'm worth. I would expect for them to pay me, period. But he doesn't even pay nobody. And that's how this story came out. Because allegedly the chef that he had, apparently a chef that had moved to Tampa Bay with him, was owed a certain amount of money and wasn't paid what he was rightfully due. So he basically had no other choice but to air the guy out, air out some dirty laundry, and that was some dirty laundry. To the point where it could be a felony offense. He could face some jail time for it. And we'll see what happens. But so far, he only has a 3-game suspension, which I think is not good enough punishment for the crime that he committed. I think that he should have been suspended for the rest of the year. But that's just my opinion, because you're deliberately lying to an organization. You're deliberately lying to your teammates, because who else knew that he wasn't vaccinated at that point? Maybe the other 2 football players that had fake vaccination cards, maybe they knew. But you're talking about 2 other players out of 53 on a roster. You're putting everybody's life in danger, of course, because we want to know your vaccination status. We want to know how to move accordingly to whether or not you're vaccinated. So a lot has been made of his situation and Aaron Rodgers' situation, which I don't think it's the same at all. I think it has some similarities, which they both lied. Aaron Rodgers lied. He did. He misled the media. But in his case, or in his defense, he didn't lie to his teammates. His teammates knew what his vaccination status was. The media didn't know, and quite frankly, I don't care about the media for them to know, but they definitely cared that he lied, because they went on a just a spree of just attacking, just hammering the dude for not telling the truth, for misleading. And to a certain degree, I can understand it. But if his teammates knew, his coaches knew, even the league pretty much knew, for the most part, that he wasn't, quote unquote, vaccinated the traditional way. He said he was immunized, which, you can go a lot of different directions with that. But the bottom line is, according to league standards, he wasn't vaccinated. Fair. He got a little fine. Some people think he should have been suspended. I don't think he should have been suspended at all. But I do think Antonio Brown should be suspended, because you're deliberately committing fraud, like, in plain sight. Now, but he did end up getting vaccinated. But the bottom line is, you did present that fake card. If I was to go to my job, or if anybody was to go to their job and present a fake vaccination card, do you think that they would stay at their job or be at their job much longer after that, if their boss finds out? I highly doubt that. I don't think so. I don't think they'll stay. I don't think they'll allow that person to continue working there, because that's fraud. That's fraudulent stuff there. in terms of a chef, let me say this. Um, I don't like cheap guys. I don't like guys who, or people for that matter, that don't respect other people's work. Uh, you hired a chef to do a certain job. He's doing his job, but you decide not to pay him. And this isn't his first incident either. I mean, he has a history of not paying, but he has a history, period, in the league of just this guy is like totally. I think he's a nut job, to be honest with you. I just don't like his. I don't like the way he moves. It's just very, very selfish and just someone that I wouldn't associate with if I was in the league. But I'm not in the league, so what does it matter? But what I do know is that he did commit fraud. I feel like he should have been suspended for the rest of the year, given his track record. Now, maybe if it was his first time as an offense, then I could understand maybe six games, 7, 8, whatever. But given his track record, I thought he should have been suspended for the rest of the year, because the guy has a crazy way of thinking about things. But he gets away with it because he is one of the best receivers in the league, or was one of the best receivers in the league. Right now, he's still good. He's just not where at the level he once was 2 or 3 years ago with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But when you're extremely talented, you get a lot of leeway. You get a lot of special privileges, if you want to call, if you will, especially with the coaches and the team, they'll allow you to get away with things that you shouldn't. But in this case, I don't think he should have got away with it. And Bruce Arians didn't even want him there to begin with. Be curious to see what he thinks of him now. He said that he'll comment after the suspension. So I'm curious to see what Bruce Arians will say after, what his opinions will be. But I know that if I was running the team, he'd be off. I mean, first of all, I wouldn't have picked him up. But secondly, he would be off the team for doing such, not thinking, because not thinking straight. Come on, man. You can't go to your job and just say, hey, yeah, I'm vaccinated, and don't think that that's going to come back. That's not going to come back to haunt you or come back to bite you in the butt. But that's just my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think. Leave some comments below and let me know how you feel.